There are 4 Steam Machine options available: 512 gigabytes without a controller, 512 gigabytes with a controller, a 2 terabyte with no controller, and a 2 terabyte with a controller. Here are the prices of all the different models of the Steam Machine. It starts at around $1,050, and the top end with a controller is $1,430. The good news is that this is the cheapest Steam controller you can get at $79 in the bundle. A 512 gigabyte SSD is $90, and a 2 terabyte SSD is $250. So there's a $300 difference between the 512 gigabyte Steam Machine and the 2 terabyte Steam Machine. So it should cost $1,209 if you got a Steam Machine without any storage and added your own 2 terabyte. But they're charging you $140 more than it should be, with all other things being the same. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this type of content. AI is affecting RAM prices. Valve has said that the RAM prices were $200 more than originally factored for. The 2 terabyte models do come with 2 replaceable faceplates, one of them being solid wood, which looks like walnut, but those can't possibly be worth $100 each. RAM has not only affected the price, but also impacts the performance. I saw in one review where the memory configuration is a single stick of 16GB DDR5 RAM due to the unavailability of 2 8GB sticks. That means that the Steam Machine is running in single channel RAM mode. In my recent testing of is 16GB good enough for gaming, I confirmed that single channel RAM results in a 23% decrease in frame rates in certain games, one of them being Cyberpunk 2077. It's not shown if the benchmarks Valve showed before are using the single channel or dual channel configuration. Looking at the Steam Deck price increase of $300 for 16 gigabytes of RAM makes sense that Valve wanted to make the Steam Machine cheaper. However, 16 gigabytes of DDR5 does not cost $300, especially in volume, so I'm not sure what shady back alley they're buying their chips from. Regardless, Valve says they didn't have any options with their RAM pricing. Their vendors charge whatever they charge. This is industry-wide, as consoles and computers have increased in price. Reserving your system. Based on the Steam controller scalper situation, Valve has implemented a lottery system for reserving your Steam Machine. You basically say you want to be on the list, and then once the list is closed, then people are drawn at random, and you have 3 days, 72 hours, to complete your purchase. Sign up before June 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I reserved all models because on June 25th the list is going to be closed and you'll be emailed at random which model you're interested in. I already have a Steam controller, so I can get a base model and upgrade it. I plan on adding external storage too, so this will be an all-in-one everything machine, including emulation of every system. Fortunately, the things that are upgradable are the RAM and NVMe drive. There's only one NVMe slot. You can upgrade the RAM from single channel to dual channel too. What do you think about the reservation system? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's compare the specifications. The CPU is a semi-custom AMD Zen 4, that's 6 cores and 12 threads, with a 30-watt TDP. The GPU is an AMD RDNA 3, and it has 28 compute units at 110 watts TDP, with GDDR6 memory. The most comparable video card is an RX 7600M, which is a mobile chip. This is similar to the PlayStation 5 in realistic performance, although the PS5 is Zen 2, but it has 8 cores and 16 threads. Because the PS5 is a closed system, they can tweak their games to run better given the hardware that they have. Based on gameplay footage comparing the Steam Machine with a PS5, Valve is promising 4K 60 frames per second at 1080p, which isn't realistic in every game without scaling and frame generation for a lot of AAA games. For lighter casual titles, absolutely 4K 60 will run just fine. Ray tracing's not going to be a realistic option, as AMD usually has weaker ray tracing performance than Nvidia already, much less on a lower powered GPU. But just a few days ago, AMD has rolled out FSR 4.1 to older 7000 series graphics cards, and this includes optimizations for the Steam Machine. Valve is trying to make this a competitive mini PC for the living room. This is not the hardcore PC that a gaming enthusiast that already has a top-tier gaming PC is going to want. If you have kids and they like to game, having a family plan and a second accessible gaming system makes a lot of sense. The Steam Machine will be competitive when compared to a mini PC, but not against a PC of any size. A large gaming PC will consume a lot more power, take up a lot more space, be louder, and not get the spousal acceptance factor that a small, cute appliance like this is going to have in the living room. Having a comfortable PC in your living room is great. While I have a big PC at my desk, it feels like I'm working. Sitting in an office chair still strains my back after a while, and I go to the living room recliner and rest my back after work, and I use my Steam Deck, and sometimes just remote control my gaming PC because it's way more comfortable to be in a recliner than in an office chair. Regardless of the price, there is a lot of value that Valve is giving you. In the Steam ecosystems, there's no online fees or subscriptions, and you can use any store you want and play any PC game you want, even from 30 years ago. As a gaming console, this is way overpriced and not going to sway any console-only gamer unless they're interested in getting into PC-only games, like a lot of the indie exclusives and pre-access games, or they want to play MMOs that are PC-only. But that gets into the keyboard and mouse control scheme, which is a little bit more advanced than many console gamers are going to want to do. Should you get this? If you don't have a gaming PC or a console, then absolutely get one. If you are a PC gamer and have kids that are getting into PC gaming, then get one. You will find that this will bring you closer to your kids, that you can play games together, and if you set up a family within Steam, then you can share games that you already bought with your kids, or even your spouse. SteamOS works out of the box without any configuration and is completely accessible to anyone, even if they don't have any PC experience. You need to get this if you absolutely need the home theater polish, like the CEC features. You can turn on your TV and PC from your controller. You can turn on the Steam Machine from the TV, and it has instant on. If you need these, then definitely get the Steam Machine. This is something that you're not going to get any PC to do, and I've tried. The Steam Machine will run just about everything on Steam, but at around 1080p, and you may have to use lower settings. Because this is defined hardware, games will run at recommended settings when you launch it instead of having to tweak settings or squeeze out every little bit of FPS. Most of the time, the best experience you're going to get is just installing the game and just pressing play. There are some advanced things you can do to extract a little bit more performance out of your Steam Machine, as I've demonstrated with my Steam Deck, and I have other videos about how to do that. Basically, Decky plugins are your friend. If you have a Steam Deck but don't have a gaming PC and you want the same experience in your living room and want more power, then the Steam Machine makes sense. You can hook up your Steam Deck to a monitor, but 1080p is asking a little bit much from the low-powered hardware in the Steam Deck. Your game saves will be in the cloud, and you can play a game on your deck, switch over to the Steam Machine, and pick up exactly where you left off. Not every game supports that, but most recent games do. Again, that's where Decky plugins are your friend, as you can force game saves into the cloud. Who the Steam Machine is not for. It's not for people who already have a great gaming PC and have no kids or roommates that they want to share it with. It's not for people who are always upgrading their rigs. It's not for console players that have an extensive library because they don't want to have to pay twice for a game they already have. But Steam sales are a real thing, and it won't take long to build up a library that costs far less than what you paid at the console store. And you can still play console games through emulation. I copied my PSP game saves and plopped them over onto an emulation machine, and the emulator picked them up without any hassle. The performance of the Steam Machine is going to be about the same as the current consoles, but it costs twice as much. The Steam Machine is still going to sell out regardless of its price, and Valve will try and keep up with the demand, and not everyone that wants one is going to get one until at least 2027. At which point we have to ask, if this is the same performance as current consoles, and the current console generation is at the end of its life, does it make sense to use this when you may have to replace it? Let me know in the comments below if you're getting one, and what your thoughts are on this. If you have a gaming PC, what are you running? I have more videos about Steam hardware and getting the most out of it, so be sure to like and subscribe. As always, I hope you're having fun, and thanks for watching.